Hey, everybody. It's Mike O'Keefe here. I won't sing the rest of the intro. I won't do that to you. I won't do that to myself. Thank you for tuning in. This is episode 19 of Multiple Idiots. The Steve Yzerman, the Scott Mitchell, the other Detroit sports heroes. This has been a fun ride, and I appreciate all you guys hanging out, listening, and seeing who's going to be my new Bologna Boys, who are going to be my best friends, my best men. This week on the show, we got Chad Weaver. Chad is a newer friend. We had Wenzel last week, who I've known for about a decade. And then we had Chad this week, who I've known not a very long time at all, but I enjoy being around this gentleman. He has an infectiously silly energy. He is a complete goofball moron, and I say that with the highest degree of love and respect. And I think we had a really good time, and I'm excited for you guys to listen to it. Also, eagle-eared listeners will realize that Chad, not in the studio with me, he Skyped in because Chicagoans understand why. It is going to be negative 50 in Chicago this week. So if you're not in Chicago, you are a jerk, and it's really cold here, but I hope you enjoy yourself, and I hope you're happy with the choices you've made, because, you know, I understand why you're not here right now. Please rate, review, and subscribe to the show in iTunes. That really helps us. If you leave a 5-star review, I'll read it regardless of what it says. So if you want to leave a 5-star review and make me say some embarrassing stuff to the dozens and dozens of listeners to this podcast, let me have it. Just give it to me, you know? Thank you so much. I have some shows coming up that I'd like to tell you guys about as well. February 9th, I'm in Hamtramck, Michigan at the Independent Comedy Club. This is a new venue down in Hamtucky, as we used to call it back in the day. And I'd love to see you guys out. I got a great lineup of comics with me. We got Tim Cox, who's a very funny comedian from Chicago who just happens to be in town. We got Camila Bellario, who is a hilarious comedian and a fantastic musician. And I'm very excited to perform on the show with her. And my old pal Marty Butler is going to be there. I tell a story about going to a strip club in this episode. That was with Marty Butler. And he was off comedy for a little bit, and he's making a comeback like Bob Backlund in the early 90s, and I'm so happy he's back. I'm so happy I get to perform with him. That's February 9th at the Independent in Hamtramck. It's right on Kniff there. It's right next to the Ghostlight Tavern, so come hang out. And then February 23rd, if you're up in Traverse City, Michigan, I and my lovely, beautiful girlfriend, Mallory Bradford, are at Studio Anatomy in Traverse City. I'm excited to go up to TC. I did a show out there in the summer just by happenstance. They were just running this new room, and I was up there to hang out with my best friend Justin and meet his baby. And I did a little spot ski, and it was so fun. I said, you know what? I'm coming back up in February just to do this room and just to see that cute little baby Frankie again. So come out and see me and Mallory, who we've talked about ad nauseum on the show, my girlfriend, and come witness probably the first stand-up comedy set a baby will ever see in its entire life. That's something, I guess. I don't know. But Traverse City Studio Anatomy, February 23rd. Also, if you're listening to this, you're going to like some of the other podcasts that are recorded in the studio, in the Jazz Fuzz studio, Jazz Fuzz Empire. Represent. We got Kalina Ote with Cringeworthy. Very funny show about very gross, disgusting things. If you don't have aversions to the dirtier types of bodily fluids, then listen to Cringeworthy with Kalina Ote. And my good pal, my buddy B. Casper, has a podcast called That Time I Got Arrested. B is a bit of a jailbird. She was in Alcatraz for a while. She shared a cell wall with the Birdman of Alcatraz, and she talks about her time. She's actually been arrested, no joke, like, what is it, 30 times? 100 times. I thought 30 was high, 100. And so listen to that show, because she has great perspective on it and has a great life philosophy on it, and is in no way bitter or mad about any of those things anymore. So listen to that and get some of the goodness, some of the good positive vibes that are just emanating off B. Casper. Get that in your feed. I'll be on that show soon talking about how I was a dumb drunk guy in college. So enjoy that and look forward to that. Thank you so much. My guest today, Chad Weaver, very funny guy. Again, you can follow him on all the social medias at weaver.chad. I'm at the Mike O'Keefe, and we have new social media accounts for Multiple Idiots, Instagram and Twitter. Follow at Multiple Idiots. Got about 100 on Instagram, got about 75 to 80 on Twitter right now. Follow us. I tweet out a lot of dumb jokes that are just about marriages and stuff. Instagram, I little behind the scenes of what we're doing here over at Jazz Fuzz Studios. So awesome. Get into that. Get on that. Rate, review, subscribe. Come see a show. I love you so much. You're all fantastic. Thank you so much for being here. Now let's get to the motherfucking show. The guy that's not here. Usually there's two of us in a studio, but we're dick deep in something called the polar vortex here in Chicago. And so Chad is via Skype. Isn't that right, Chad?
Yeah, what's up? What's up, Radio Land? Let me hear you out there in podcast land.
Hey, oh, cool. We love Skype. We love podcasts. Yeah. It's great. Chad, if you could please, for me and for the listeners at home, describe where you're at, describe what's around you, and describe every meal and bowel movement you've had today, please.
Okay. Well, yeah. So right now I'm laying on my couch under a blanket.
Is anyone painting you like one of their French ladies?
No, that would be cool. I live alone, so it's just me and my cat.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I do love living alone, but I guess I do miss human contact sometimes.
Well, you got that cat there. That cat's probably doing something for that.
Yeah, everyone assumes cats are ladies, but my cat is a boy.
What kind of name we got on that cat over there?
Fat Boy.
That's not. Come on, man.
Yeah,
cat's called Fat Boy.
Yeah, that's his name.
Cool, man.
Yeah, I don't really see it's his God-given Christian name. He was baptized to it, so I don't really see the issue here, Mike.
You know what? I apologize. I haven't been in the church for a long time. I didn't realize that Fat Boy had climbed the ranks. I thought it was still, Michael, Joseph, John, these type of names. But if Fat Boy's in there, I think that's a turn towards the new age, a new way of thinking for the church, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, he's a saint. So
he's a saint, Saint Fat Boy.
Yeah.
What were his miracles?
He sleeps all day.
Oh, that is a miracle. That's
it really
a
is,
miracle.
And it inspires me every single day.
Yeah. When you wake up and you see Fat Boy still sleeping, what do you say to yourself?
Man, I wish I could stay here with him.
Yeah, but you don't. You got to go out there and you got to do your alternative stool fucking that you do.
Well, let's be clear. I don't have to, which is what makes it much worse.
That honestly, it really does make it so much worse.
Yeah, because
it's your choice to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't make it good.
What would if you weren't doing your Chad Weaver's our guest, by the way. If you weren't doing
hi, nice to meet you guys. I'm a comic, kind of Mike's friend. We did a road show one time.
Yeah.
That's pretty much.
I was fascinated with you on that trip. I think really was because you're a fun guy to be around. I find your energy and silliness infectious. And
Thanks,
this is an odd placing for you on the show. because last week we had Brad Wenzel, who I have known for 10 years. I've known him forever. I know every nook and cranny about his life. I know his dad's phone number.
Oh, that's awesome.
Chad has never been to my house except for once, and I did not allow him in. So
yeah.
A slight departure, but this show is about getting to know people, getting to know new friends, starting new relationships and new things, and me finding new people to bomb in front of me on the road. That's what it's about.
Nice. Yeah. And I did it to a T, baby.
It was fantastic. And I actually really liked it because you did not waver. You stuck to it. Please, what was you talked about 9/11 in a way that is very fun and like slice of lifey, and then they were like, "No, America's the best. Fuck you, dude."
Yeah, they didn't like. It's well, some people hear the words 9/11 and rather than getting excited like I do, they get quite bummed out.
This is a pretty pro 9/11 pod. We've talked about 9/11 a pretty fair amount on this show.
That's good. I'm happy.
And I think it's because it only shaped the way the next generation thought and acted for their entire lives. But
for sure, homie.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dog. Let's take a moment of silence for our main homie, Osama bin Laden.
Rest in power, King.
Rest in power, dog.
Most gave some gave all.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Whatever.
But yeah, so I just have a 9/11 joke where I'm like, I was 6 years old, so it's not a big deal. Unlike unlike everyone else where it's like, I remember where I was. I don't even remember that day. And they didn't like that joke. And it's fine. I bomb a lot, and I will continue to do so, and I really don't care.
But this is going to sound very weird. You're a fun guy to watch do what you do, regardless of what the audience does. I like watching you do what you do, which is be a fucking weird little creep up there. I love it. I'm kidding.
Oh, thank you.
But you started. You're originally from Ohio.
Yeah.
The Michigan of the rest of the country, as I like to call it.
Oh, wow.
I've never called it that, but I think it's going to stick.
Is it because everybody's hands are kind of like, they say like Michigan looks like a hand,
Do you think it does? Do you think it looks like a hand?
It looks like a mitten.
It does look like a mitten. That's
and then with
true.
a little dragon on top. That's the way I always think of that upper part.
The upper peninsula's a little dragon? You think it's a dragon? Nice.
Yeah, and if you look at Canada and then you look at the area that comes in, it's like the head of a dragon.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your favorite dragon of all time?
Probably the Canada one.
Probably the Canadian dragon? Okay.
Yeah, it looks cool.
It does look pretty sick.
Or anytime they've done, like a Chinese parade and they have the dragon.
Oh my God, I do really like watching that.
Yeah, it's beautiful, man.
It not only is it beautiful, I feel like the people inside that dragon are having a fucking blast.
I mean, yeah, why wouldn't you?
I get jealous of them.
Me too.
I'm like, I'm not having that much fun. I'm just looking at a film strip in social studies.
Yeah, this is just the cover of 7th grade social studies.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just looking at a zoo books in the doctor's waiting room with my child at the pediatrician's office.
Yeah, I miss zoo books.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Also Animorphs.
Oh, let me tell you a story about my college girlfriend's roommate.
Nice.
Yeah, I had a girlfriend and she had a roommate. So suck on that, haters.
Me likey.
Yeah. Chatty likey. You're a real chatty Kathy. You know that?
I prefer chatty daddy.
That you tried to be a professional wrestling manager, and that was your nickname, right? That was your handle, the Chatty Daddy.
Yeah,
that was really good.
It's more of a sexual move, but
what is the Chatty Daddy in the bedroom?
It's just like you really cater to the other person's interest.
Cool.
It's just you. Well, it's like you be a generous lover.
You said their interest, like you're in there, like you're giving it to some lady, and you're just like, I love rewatching Friends on Netflix. I love quilting.
Well, I mean, I like to look at, sex as mutual pleasure, the way of the 69, as they say.
Chad, how old were
you?
The
69 is the gold rule of sex and life. It's, treat others how you want to be treated. Suck others as you want to be sucked. And if you follow that, honestly, if we all follow that, it'd be a better world. Sorry, I'm ranting here, but it's just a bit of political philosophy I live my life by.
No. Listen, the more political philosophy, the better.
Thanks, dude.
If you're out in the world, you're at your job, you're, out being a comedian, you're out doing what have you. Give me an example of how your 69 life philosophy has helped you. Also, this is now a job interview.
Yeah, I was gonna say this feels like a job interview.
I mean, it kind of is. We're trying to see if you're gonna be a Bologna boy.
Yeah. So just to get this straight. So I'm interviewing to be a best man in your wedding.
One of the groomsmen, one of the Bologna boys.
Okay, tight. Okay, yeah. I like it. Yeah. I'm in a number of gangs. I just want to let you know that.
Okay, so you might not have ample time to devote to our gang, but our gang is not forever. It is, but it's not.
Yeah, no. In fact, I mean the opposite. I mean that I have much experience being a part of a group of people.
Interesting. What gangs were you in the past?
There was the Bitter Boys. That was me and a couple other guys. We'd get breakfast and we would get our coffee without cream or sugar in it.
Okay. You guys weren't... How was your temperament? Were you guys mad about other people getting things? Or what?
No, we were pretty jolly.
Oh, nice.
It's just we had our coffee better.
Oh, I see. Understandable.
Then there was the Poon Goons. That one's pretty self-explanatory. Well, it was Silly Willy and the Poon Goons.
Who was Silly Willy?
Well, that was our buddy Wilson. He's been in a devoted relationship for the duration of the time we've all been friends.
Okay, so he would just lead the Poon Goons kind of like Agent M leads James Bond. He led you guys.
Yeah. He's sort of like our backup guy,
Oh, I see. Okay. All right. And it was you and a bunch of other people who got in a lot of fights when they were on a hockey team. Understandable.
Exactly. Yeah. 100%. But sorry, anyway, back to your original question. My 69 lifestyle in the wild. When I'm on podcasts, I prefer to improvise jazz.
Okay.
In terms of speaking and everything. Basically, I don't think anyone should talk to me for more than 15 minutes. And it's just because I don't have much to say. But I do have a lot of ways of saying nothing. And so anyways, Mike, back to your original question.
I like how you give me just enough time to almost think of something, and then you go, anyway.
Yeah. Anyways, where was I? I'm always 3 threads deep here. I came out. I'm going to be sorry if the audio quality just jumped or dropped. I came out of my little blanket.
You're totally fine. Everyone's okay.
Cool. Thanks. I have a lot of guilt. Anyways, Mike. It's just be nice. I'm just nice to people, and then I hope they'll be nice to me back. And a lot of times, sometimes they aren't, but not a lot of times. Sometimes they aren't. Just whatever.
I'm really glad we circled back around to that.
Yeah, that was really
great. That was great.
That was so disappointing.
You said so many other interesting things, and then you come like, I'm nice to people. It's like, hey, let's walk around in a circle for 45 minutes, and then I'm going to show you a cold turd on a paper plate. How's that sound?
Oh, I know, dude. Well, I guess if you really trace back what I said there, I didn't lie anytime.
You really did.
So anyways, how's your day been, Mike?
It's been fantastic. It's really good. I had a buffalo chicken wrap for lunch.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, man. Let's dig deeper into this guilt you got. Why are you so guilty, Chad? Tell us why you're so guilty.
Oh, it just stems from I don't know. I just feel bad and like I'm always bothering people. So then I feel guilt over that. And so
did you grow up in the church?
No.
No. Okay. That's interesting because I have a lot of guilt and it's all based on what I learned as a young Catholic boy.
Yeah, that's interesting to me because my first ex-girlfriend was like a ex-Catholic and she had like a lot of guilt with that too.
Yeah. What happened? Why'd you guys break up? And what's her phone number? If you can say that. Please don't dox this poor woman on my. Listen, there's about 5 people who listen to this thing and they will not call your girlfriend. So don't say her number.
Well, they might because one of them's me.
Oh, ooh.
I don't remember her number anymore. I very quickly just delete people's numbers, then just isolate, just go to no contact.
Way. I am the same exact way. When I have a breakup, I am scorched earth.
I love it, dude.
I think you have to. I think it needs to be like kind of this is gonna sound weird, but it needs to be like they died as part of in your life. Not like died, but like they don't, get out of there,
Yeah.
Get out of there.
Yeah, a lot of people would say it's unhealthy, but fuck those people.
Yeah, they're jerks. What do they know about me and my former girlfriend, Heidi Klum? They don't know about me and Heidi or me and Cindy Crawford. They don't know nothing.
Yeah, poor Cindy.
What do you mean, poor Cindy? She's doing well. She is probably retired at this point.
Is she? That's good. Good for her.
I think she's sitting on a mountain of money now. She's probably she's a smart gal. She's probably producing something behind the scenes. She's probably going BTS.
BTS?
Yeah, behind the scenes.
I thought it was boycott divest, but it's a T. That sounds like a D. Yeah, because BDS, boycott divest. And let's see S. I forget. Where were we, Mike?
We're talking about why you feel guilty about everything.
Oh, yeah, cool. I don't know. Like I said, I just feel a lot of guilt, It's just always been a thing. Yeah. Everybody has their own thing, oh, crap, my goldfish spilled. Crap, I gotta get this. They're on the floor over here.
Guys, Chad has just killed a tiny supermarket fish.
He has
poured out a living thing, like the end of that Faith No More video.
Oh, yeah, no. It's, no. There's not a dead fish on my floor.
It's just the snack. Okay.
It's the baked goldfish snack, and they fell. A few fell on the floor when I tried to save them, but I mopped earlier today, so they're clean.
Good deal, man. Stop eating. Stop eating,
sorry. All right.
I know they're delicious. They're the best. Stop eating.
They're really good. Yeah.
What's your favorite kind of goldfish?
Oh, the classic, man.
I'm a classic guy, too.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's the best,
That's cool. Yeah, no, I mean, and I enjoy the other flavors. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. When they came out with new flavors, did you have the similar reaction to me where you were like, oh, this is pointless?
yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
But then I've had some of them, and they're pretty good.
Yeah.
But
I feel like I had like a picante spicy boy one that was fantastic.
I haven't had one of those. I've had like the double blasted, the ones that are like, we double stack this motherfucker.
Yeah. I think this is going to lead to me getting a sweet goldfish sponsorship.
Oh, that would be cool. Yeah, we probably shouldn't talk about them because you're sponsored by Wetzel's Pretzels, right?
I am. I have sponsored by a pretzel stand in most major American malls. Yes, correct.
Yeah. When you need a pretzel, go to Wetzel.
That's what I say.
He's a real guy.
This is actually a true story. When I was in school, there was a family. They were called the Whitesels. We're talking Matt Whitesel.
Go on.
And I
hang on. I'm going to let you finish. Yeah, Mike?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. You are a stupid shit.
Yeah, I know. Go
There was a family. It's not good. It's not a good story.
Weitzel.
So when I saw that sign, I thought it said Weitzel's Preitzels. Anyway, I couldn't dissociate that from. There is this thing I have to tell because I said I'd tell it on this episode. Have you ever?
Cool.
But we'll get into it. Since this is a show about the lead up to getting married and bachelor parties and things like that, have you ever been to a strip club, Chad?
I have twice.
Really?
Yeah.
How did you enjoy it?
Okay. Well, the first time was during the day, and it was when I had just started comedy because there was this guy in Cleveland who was doing somehow he had gotten like a local TV station to pay for him to do a web series that didn't end up ever happening. But we filmed like a shot of him like interviewing somebody in a strip club, and I was in the background chatting with the strippers because I'm earlier in the episode giving out dating tips.
Oh, that's fun. That's that's very funny. How old were you when this happened?
I think it was 18.
Okay,
so it's still legal.
Yeah, legal to be in there. That's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool.
But I didn't even really go in. We just kind of walked to the back patio, and then I had a very nice chat with this lady who told me that apparently the owner of the Hustler Club in Cleveland has a deal with the police there, and they just drop his name and they get out speeding tickets.
That's amazing.
Which is pretty cool.
That is very cool. So that's the chitter chatter in the background while. Like that's what your movie background chatter was. You actually got an in-depth look at what stripping in Cleveland is like.
Yeah, it was kind of nice,
One of the reasons I knew you'd be good for this, at the heart of your being, Chad, you're an investigative journalist, and I appreciate that.
Oh, thanks. Well, thanks, man. That's a good way to frame always getting into terribly weird situations.
Oh, my God, 100%.
Yeah.
Anytime I come home at 3 or 4 and Mallory's like, what are you doing? I was like, I was investigating the nightlife scene in Chicago for journalism.
It goes all the way to the top or the bottom. I'm not quite sure.
So I found Rahm Emanuel's severed finger.
Wait, so did he lose a finger?
Yeah, he's got half a right middle finger.
Oh yeah, fuck that dude.
He's whatever.
I live in Ravenswood, so he lives somewhere by me. So hopefully, yeah. Apparently, one of his dumbass kids got mugged around here, and this neighborhood is nothing but couples and weird families. So
that is
I don't know who mugged him.
That's where you go to settle down.
Exactly.
And stay in the city, Ravenswood. That's amazing. I had no idea. Oh man, but yeah, he's got half a middle finger. He says he got it hacked off in a meat slicer or something like that. What? Arby's. Oh, Arby's. When he worked at Arby's.
Oh, that's awesome.
Are you on board with him now?
I like Arby's.
Yeah, I do like Arby's.
Yeah.
Also,
Arby's is
our second sponsor of the day, Arby's. They got a bunch of meats.
We hurt the man that hurt you.
Ventra sucks, and so do thumbs.
Arby's, justice for Laquan McDonald.
Yeah.
It's a very serious thing.
Very serious thing that we are making fun of. No,
we're not making fun of
that. We're making fun of
Arby's.
We're making fun of goddamn Rahm Emanuel's half a fucking middle finger.
Yeah, what a loser.
Yeah.
And anyway, so the second time I was at a strip club. I'm just trying to get us back on.
Oh, please do. Yeah.
Track here, yeah. Because so the second time I was at a strip club, I always would do a bit, and I still like to do it, where you do a show and then you're just strip club.
Yeah, fun.
And so I did that one time after we did the sketch show, and then the rest of the sketch group guys, it had gone really well, so they were like, fuck you, we're gonna go. And then we went to Lido's Lounge in Cleveland.
All right.
Which
Lido's or Lido's?
Lido's, Lido.
Oh, is it named after the Lido Shuffle by Boz Scaggs?
I wish.
Lido. Whoa.
Lido.
One more time, gonna get it. It's a strip club in Cleveland. Anyway, go on.
Beautiful pipes, Mike.
Thanks, man. I try.
Yeah, it was nice. I'm trying to start a band, so let me know. But
yeah, I'm in. I'm totally in.
Tight. Do you play drums?
No.
Okay, well, you will.
Okay,
cool.
I can figure it out.
So Lido's Lounge, and it's not disparaging to say that place, it's a well-known to be a very terrifying hole because it's right off like the highway.
Yeah.
In Cleveland, and it's just so we went there. It's very small, and then my friends kept telling the strippers that it was my birthday, and then kept buying me lap dances, and so I had 4 lap dances, and then every single time just felt incredibly awkward, and then the whole time while they were doing it, they would just be like, you can like smack my ass and stuff like that. I'm just like, oh no, thank you, but thank you. It was very nice, thank you. I just kept saying thanks the whole time.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
I like that's very funny.
Yeah, I'm a very gracious person.
You really are. You're very gracious.
Thanks, man.
I have a very similar. I've been twice, and the second time was in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. There used to be a club underneath the strip club.
Nice.
Right outside Milwaukee, and I had to walk through it to get to my shows that I inevitably ate shit on because you can't have a club underneath the strip club in a strip mall outside Milwaukee. That's not. Come on, man.
No, nothing about that sounds right.
Nope.
Yeah,
but the first time
would have been
went,
cool.
It would have been amazing.
Yeah.
The first time I went.
Nice.
I went to a Deja Vu in Lansing, Michigan after some shows at Lansing Connections. My buddy Marty Butler was like, you ever been? I'm like, nah, I haven't been, Mr. Butler.
Please.
I was 32 at the time, and that's how I sounded. No, I was, I think I was 20. Yeah, I was 20. Yeah.
Okay.
Not good at comedy, but really wanted to fit in. And so
same.
Yeah, for sure. And so
now for me.
Oh man, I don't think anybody fits in, and I think that's the way it should be. I think that's kind of the point. But so me and Marty go and with some of the staff from the club, and a guy is at the strip club who was at the show and recognizes us. Nice. And he drops off. I think it was $121 bills. He goes, I enjoyed the show. Have fun. It's like, what? Okay. This is crazy. And like, there's so many, a lot of I don't know, Lansing in the summertime when there's no college there is like a tough, it used to be a steel mill town. It's the state capital. So everyone there is either like somehow related to politics or like a working class blue collar person. Yeah. And I don't think I'm speaking out of turn when I say that the strippers who worked at this club kind of reflected that. There's some tough looking gals and there were some fancy ladies. And ne'er the two shall meet. Or maybe the two did meet a couple times. Who knows? I don't know what that phrase means in this context. Anyway, this is kind of an odd club because the whole middle of the bar is the stage. And it's a big circle. Like it's stripping in the round almost. Yeah. And in order to get like a lap dance, you just lay down on the stage and put dollar bills on your body. And they just like get them or whatever. And like, so I saw so many strippers put money in their mouth and dudes put money in filthy. It's very filthy.
So it was like those weird Japanese businessmen like sushi thing where they eat like food off of a woman's body, but it was
reverse
men's bodies with dollars.
Yeah. Instead of eating sushi off a naked woman, it was eating a dirty thing off an even dirtier thing.
No good.
Yeah, no good at all. And so this one lady dancing on me, and she's in. It's very fitting. You brought up 69 earlier. She is dancing on me in a 69 position, and I just realized how funny the whole thing is, and I laughed right into her butthole. just right into her.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and it was. I felt kind of proud in a weird way because she just goes, "What are you laughing at?" And I just go, "Nothing. This is fun." Yeah.
I just thought that you were like nothing, like you got reproach.
Yeah, like you go, nothing.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh, and then later that night, this girl who like I kind of recognized from school, but I didn't. Like she just looked familiar, and she had that look in her eye that I looked familiar to her too.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, if you want to, just let me know if you want to dance. Give me a." And then she said, "You can give me a kiss," and I kissed her on her forehead.
Oh no!
Like her father was. Just the weirdest. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And so that's strip club talk.
Wow, yeah.
From the
really is.
The two most macho alphas in all stand-up comedy.
Yeah, two very hard boys.
Even harder after thinking about these great strip club stories.
Oh yeah, man. No, I'm Chicago's horniest working comic.
I think you really are. I don't even think anyone comes close.
Yeah, and I make sure they don't.
Yeah, attaboy.
Yeah. Thanks, dude.
Yeah, man. Well, this is a great segue. Let's get into it. Let's see if you're gonna be a Bologna boy, Chadwick.
Oh man,
Let's
is it really coming down to it? Okay, tight.
We got to ask these questions, man. We got to get in to the meat and potatoes and the gravy and the corn niblets of whether or not you're gonna be a Bologna boy, son.
Hell yeah. Okay, let's get into it.
I'm gonna say what I said last week, and I'm gonna start saying it every week. Are you gonna be a Bologna boy or a little baloney bitch?
Uh-oh. Nice burn, dude.
Yeah, man.
Can I just say that I don't do well with quizzes?
It's not a quiz. There's no right answer here.
Oh crap. Well, okay.
All right. Here we go.
We'll see. I'm just not confident in myself.
Listen, you're gonna do great, buddy. Do you need a little pep talk? I'll give you a little pep talk.
Sure.
Chad, you've been fantastic so far. You've talked
dude.
about life. You've talked about philosophy.
Thanks, dude.
You've eaten snacks and then quickly not eaten snacks once you remembered that you are not to be eating snacks on the microphone, because a lot of people out there, they have mesothelioma, and if they hear you eating on a microphone, they will shit themselves to death. So you keep those goldfish away from your fucking mouth, you little boy.
I can't wait to eat them once we're done, though.
I know. Yeah. 20 more minutes, you can eat all the goldfish you want, kiddo.
Okay. Do you think I should go get juice from the store down the street?
No, it's too cold outside.
Yeah, they should be closed.
I would be closed if I were. I have to do a standing up comedy show after this. I don't think there's gonna be fucking anybody there. I wouldn't be.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot about that.
I'm gonna I tell you what, regardless of whether or not we do the show, Daddy's gonna put on a little whiskey sweater for the ride home. Know what I'm saying? Come on. You guys know what I'm saying.
I do know what you're saying. That's good, dude. You should be safe out there, though. We canceled our show tomorrow.
Alcoholism in the cold is acceptable because it makes you feel warmer and invincible, and you die quicker. So it's good.
That is good. Yeah. Oh, and you know what? Before we get into the quiz, I just have to say, I work at a university, and they have not called off for Wednesday yet when it's supposed to be like 30 degrees below. And honestly, I work in a university in the grad student area. So like the students, I'm 23. The students are older than me. And if they expect me to come in if they expect me to come in tomorrow or on Wednesday when it's super cold, I'm not stopping myself from hitting on the students anymore. Okay. It's happening.
You're calling your shot. You're going to shoot your shot.
Exactly. I'm just gonna start throwing it out there, because they're, if my job is gonna treat me like that, I'm gonna get something out of it.
I think that's more than appropriate. If they're gonna do that to you, I think you should be able to squeeze a lower thigh.
Oh no! Why would you ever phrase anything that way? I'm trying to find love, Mike.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Mike, I'm not trying to get my dick wet. I'm trying to get my heart wet.
I don't think you know how dicks or hearts work.
No, I do. I have a very bad condition.
Okay, son. I am so disappointed in you.
Okay, so let's get to the quiz.
All right. It's not a quiz. These are open-ended questions. I just want to see how you answer. I want to see what you're bringing to the table and see if I want that in my Bologna Boy crew, or if you're going to stay on, the Poon Goons or whatever fucking rhyming ass shit. All right, here we go.
Don't you ever disparage the Poon Goons name, but okay, we can do this.
All right, number 1, Chad Weaver. Plan my bachelor party, please.
Oh, plan your bachelor party?
Plan it. What are we doing?
Here we go. Man, I don't know. You want to just like chill out and get really high and get really drunk and just watch like a movie or something? You want to check out? I have The Lord of the Rings on Blu-ray, but you probably don't want that. We could watch like I have NBA League Pass, so that's pretty cool. We could just watch a ton of that, and I make pretty good cookies, so we'd have that.
What kind of cookies do you make?
Oh, chocolate chip.
Okay, just standard chocolate chip. Do you make it from scratch, or are you slicing off from a roll?
No, I'm making it from scratch, dog.
Oh my God! What are you? Are you 23 or are you 83? What's wrong with you?
Yeah,
it's
dude.
just you and a cat making cookies in this apartment. That's what my fucking grandma does.
Oh yeah, it's really beautiful. No, I'm set up to be an old man, and I'm just looking for somebody to be tired with me.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this question.
Cool.
The Lord of the Rings on Blu-ray. Are we watching all 9 in a row? 9 hours. I know it's only 3 movies, but it's 9 hours. That's how you got to think of these things.
Oh yeah, no, they do take forever. But here's the thing, man.
Yeah.
We watch the 2 towers. We watch the 2 towers, and then but we only fast forward to the battle scene at the end.
Okay.
And then you see the Blu-ray extended edition. They split the movies up into 2 discs because they're actually 4 hours each movie. Peter Jackson needed somebody to tell him to just stop at some point.
Yeah.
But he didn't have that, and so But so then we watch Return of the King, but we only watch the second DVD, which is again still 2 hours, but it's almost all the battle scenes. Because let's be honest, you're watching the movies to watch the battle scenes.
Yeah, I don't need a 3-hour movie about hiking.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So those 2 together, that'll level out to about maybe 3 hours max. And then if we want to hang out any more than that, we just go to YouTube, my man.
Okay. What's your go-to things on YouTube? If you're like, hey, let's check out some YouTube, what are you putting in the search bar?
Well, I have a lot of mascot compilation videos of them getting hurt because
my God,
just
that's
the idea
the greatest thing you've ever fucking said to me. Oh my God, that sounds amazing.
Well, so it's pretty much that, and it's dirt bike videos, and then it's videos of monster trucks running into crowds. So
you used to be a dirt bike kid, right? You were in the Bad News Bears. You played the dirt bike kid.
Yeah, I was the dirt bike kid on the Bad News Bears.
Yeah, but you did used to be like a semi-professional dirt bike rider.
Oh man, I used to ride dirt bikes. I used to I would do like the little local races, but not semi-professional in any sense. I was very bad.
Did anybody watch you do it on purpose who you weren't related to?
Yeah, because
there you go. That's semi-professional in my book, baby.
I'll take it then.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I got a lot of concussions out of it, man. So
I got my concussions. I got my concussions sponsored by the school. It's a little bit different.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I got them on a football field. So
yeah, that's the really cool way to get them too.
No, dirt biking's way cooler. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, thanks, dude. That's all we have.
Hell yeah, dog. All right. So the next question. As a young man, have you ever been to an actual wedding?
Not until recently.
Okay. Wow. How old were you when you went to your first wedding?
Oh, man. I'm trying to think. I think at most it was... was it even 2 years ago? Gosh, man. Well, okay. Well, I've been getting high for about the past 8 months, nonstop. So time is really stretched before. So with that said, anyways, I think it was I went to one when I was 22.
Okay.
Was the first one I went to, and it was my friends from college. She got married, and we went to that. I went to that with my now ex-girlfriend, and then I've been to 2 other ones besides that, and I almost was in a part of a groomsman, part of a bachelor party with my friend, but he ended up getting married in Vegas.
Hell yeah.
And the only thing he really wanted to do for his bachelor party anyway was apparently just take acid with me. So
hell yeah. That's not
really
a bad bachelor party. Also, Aaron, our producer, married in Vegas as well.
So that's awesome.
He's joining me on this. What's up?
And I took acid the day before.
And he took acid the day before.
What a king.
What a guy, right?
Are you my friend from Ohio, Walter?
Aaron, are you Chad's friend, Walter? No, he's not your friend. It's a different guy.
Well, it sounds like we should be friends, Aaron.
Yeah, I think you guys will. I mean, you had an invitation to his studio, and you turned it down in order in favor of not dying of frostbite.
Yeah. Yes. Sorry, Aaron.
That's a lot to come back from, but I think you guys might make it.
Okay, cool. We'll try.
Okay, so this next question I got to ask you. Ask you. These are things that are important, and I know you've been to enough weddings that you should have some sort of opinion on this.
Here we go.
What are Chad Weaver? Chatty Daddy. Dream
I'm
Weaver.
here, Mike. Mike, I'm here.
No, I
Mike.
hear it. No,
Mike, I'm here.
I'm ramping up.
I'm ready, Mike. Give it to me.
I'm ramping and amping, baby.
Give it to me, baby. Don't leave me half hard here. Me so horny.
What are your DJ no-nos and your DJ yes pleases?
Oh.
What do you not want to play? What are you making them play? What are you doing?
Well, okay. Not wanting to play. Now that is a good question. I would say pretty much you don't want to go you want to stick to 80s and 90s, and you are not going to want to play anything that is from the recent past, anything that is current.
Okay.
At max, you want to only go to about 2003 in terms of music here for a wedding. You got to have everything kind of nostalgic, but like agreed upon, nostalgia. But also, if the 80s there, you get a lot of good glam and hair metal. And so what you mainly want them to play, because it's your wedding, man, is pretty much just Wasp.
Fuck like a beast, man.
Yeah, Animal, fuck like a beast.
Yeah.
It's pretty much that. And then I will make an exception for one slightly current song, and that is Pussy Cocaine by Tiger Love. It's a beautiful song.
All right. This is, you know what? I'll be honest with you. I don't hate this. Also, if this is how we do the music, I will need a divorce attorney present at my wedding ceremony.
Why? Because they does Mal not like 80s glam metal?
I don't think so. She's never openly said she doesn't like it, but I have a feeling.
I really don't get why women wouldn't like a bunch of songs written by guys dressing like them, but like them in the Victorian era, and sing a song about "I'm gonna kill him."
I'm gonna rest as a pow. I don't know. I don't like hair metal.
Love gun. Good.
I'll tell you what hair metal song.
What about straight edge?
Yeah, there's so much. Yeah, my girlfriend loves Turnstile and Angel Dust and all those New York straight edge hardcore bands. Those bands are from New York, but she loves Youth of Today. She's a big Gorilla Biscuits fan. Yeah.
What about Operation Ivy?
Oh, she's
choking victim, leftover crack.
Any sort of
ska punk,
crusty ska punk she loves.
Tight.
Yeah. she is like trying to start to go to more concerts with me, just because she's like, oh, it's a night out, we have fun and we drink or whatever. But the last show I saw was she's like, oh, what are you seeing? It might come with you, and I was like, I'm seeing the Suicide Machines, and she was like, I'm not seeing that shit. And I tell you what, it's her loss. Jay and the boys still got it. They're great.
Ooh, mama.
Ooh, mama. But what are some things you're telling them not to play?
Not to play, man. Gosh. I got to think about the one. I don't know. That's the thing. I feel like I've been to my friend's wedding that I went to, the last wedding that I went to. It was my friends. It was the first people I'd ever met in comedy. I don't know if you know them, Sean Sullivan and Callie Fensel. They're two little sweethearts.
I've heard of them, and we congratulate them on their wedding.
Yeah, they're very nice. But they pretty much played only a bunch of 90s music videos that were popular. And so that was a perfect playlist.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. But I would say you can't play. I don't know, man. I don't have any specifics. It's all just broader ones. Like, I don't think you can really do any slow songs. You know, love is fast. Love is hot. Love is hard. Maybe that's me clearly showing that I've never been in love and I've only been horny. But the way I process.
I mean, you're really doubling down on this horniest comedian in Chicago gimmick.
Well, is it really a gimmick if it's just who I am?
Yeah, you're right about that.
No.
You're really right about that.
The way you said that was so sad. I have to rethink my entire life.
That's literally the only reason why I had you on the show. I need you to rethink everything you've been doing.
God damn it.
Your mom made me have you on. She was like, listen, Mark. And I was like, it's Mike. Can you help me get my sweet little boy back? And I said, I don't know how I'm going to do that, Mrs. Beaver. And she was like, it's Weaver. And she was like, have him on your little podcast that's listened to upwards of, 3 to 7 dozen people, depending on how popular the guest is.
And so I'm not very popular.
Nope. So 36 people are really going to need you to quiz. What's up?
My dad will listen to this.
Will he really?
Probably, because, we'll see. If I mention this here, we'll see. He'll text me, because if I post something, someone gets posted on Facebook, he doesn't do a lot these days, so he kind of just scrolls through Facebook. Okay,
that's interesting. Is there anything you'd like to say to your dad in the guise of comedy on a podcast?
Oh, well, not in the guise. I'll just say, hey, what's up, Bob? How's the hanging, man? I hope things aren't too cold down in South Carolina.
Bobby Weaves.
I don't know when this will come out, but this is Monday right now. And like I texted you, but I'll call you on Wednesday, man. Hopefully, again, if my work doesn't get canceled, I'll call you still, but I'll be angry. So sorry about that, Papa. Which I don't call you Papa. That's weird. I hate that.
That's very weird.
I pretty much just call him dude and what's up, man, and stuff like that.
I will call my dad Pops. What's up, Pops? And then every time I only do it because he doesn't like it.
That's pretty cool.
What's up, Pops? And he's like, why do you call me that? I'm like, yeah, because you asked me why I call you that, and I can tell when you're pissed off a little bit. But I will say this. I call my mom Ma exclusively, and she doesn't even notice anymore. It's a good time.
I pretty much I'm pretty casual with my parents, but I do refer to them to other people as my MILF and DILF. And people don't like it, surprisingly enough.
Why do they like that?
Well,
You're giving them a characteristic of each of your parents that is very germane to what you're talking about. It's very apt. It's very poignant that you're saying that. And I think people need to respect that because that's your choice.
I'm good, dude.
Yeah. And it's also a very Oedipal thing that you say that about your mom. And, maybe you need to look at that in some sort of therapy, but I respect that you're doing it, and I love you for it, Chad.
No, dude, it's just a good bit.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's pretty much, how I justify everything in my life.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So, quiz, sorry.
It's totally fine. This is how we do it, man. We're loosey-goosey, baby.
Oh, I love it.
Loosey-goosey.
Yeah. Stay tight, but keep it loose.
I'm doing the hang loose sign into the microphone, and then I realized that my hands can't talk.
Oh, bummer. Yep. I'm always doing hang loose and horns up.
Hell yeah, dog. The next thing we have to do, it's interesting to see how this bit will play out on Skype, because we're to the point in the show now where you, Chad, with your slight frame and your boyish ways, you've obviously been put in charge of security at this wedding.
Oh, nice.
You're the security guy. You're head of security. You're not qualified for it. Why would you be? I should have a professional come in. I should get Big Black from Robin Big to come in here. But I can't. I got you. I got Big Chad, Big C. We're gonna do what's called a role play. I don't know if you've ever done a role play. I don't know if you've ever done
in the bedroom.
Oh, what do you like to role play in the bedroom? You horny son of a bitch.
I'm someone that they're attracted to, and they are someone I'm attracted to.
Hell yeah.
It works every time.
Everyone leaves unoffended.
So, anyways, what's up? Okay,
we're gonna pretend that someone's interrupting the ceremony. I'm gonna do while I will become a character. I get very method for this. I interrupt a wedding every weekend just to get the timing and the semantics right for this bit.
Cool.
And I apologize to all of those couples whose weddings I ruined, but I want my podcast to be good. God damn it! So I put the work in.
And honestly, if you're getting married in the winter, you're a dumbass.
Yeah, so. You're an asshole if you get married in the winter. Yeah. You are a fucking jabroni if you do that.
Honestly, it's just a heads up to you, Mike.
Oh, I'm not getting married. No. I think you got to be first in the season. So I think the first weekend in May is really good.
There you go.
That way no one's tired out. That's what I think.
It's a good move.
Yeah, you're not, and it's not like the 18th wedding anyone's had to go to that year. So I think beginning of May, sweet spot. Also, an October wedding, I think also very nice because you can, you give everyone September to kind of cool off. And then October comes, fall wedding, very nice. I like it.
Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah. I can get behind that.
We actually just got invited to a wedding in November of 2019, but it's in St. Petersburg, Florida. Can't wait. I'm gonna punch a gator at this damn wedding.
That'll be sick, dude. Hang on, I'm looking out my window. Somebody else across the way is their window's open. I'm trying to see if it's a very attractive lady.
Tell them about the podcast.
Yeah, I'll try. Okay, no, it's just a dude. God damn it.
Dudes can listen to the podcast.
Yeah, but they're not gonna, it's not gonna be one of those classic tropes where I glance out my window and see a lady that's in various states of undress, and then I should look away, but I don't. I'm entranced, and then she glances, sees I'm looking, then I get all awkward and then kind of like trip and fall. And it gets wacky. And then eventually we fall in love.
I hope the trope of someone coming into your house late at night and strangling you to death happens.
Thanks, dude.
That's what I hope happens.
Yeah, me too sometimes.
That was the creepiest thing I've ever heard anyone say. But I get it. I know what you're talking about. And
I live my life the way I live my life. Nobody else has to live it.
You're really just living up to this horny thing, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, man, it's my Sunday. You can't prosecute me for crimes committed on my Sunday.
It's the Lord's
I pay
Sunday.
Taxes.
Do you?
Yeah, I wouldn't if I had a choice, but they take it out of my goddamn paycheck before I get a chance at it.
Those
as far as I'm concerned, the only criminal in the United States is the IRS.
Preach, brother.
Thanks, dude. So anyway, what were we doing?
I can't decide whether this is the funniest one or literally unusable, but I'm glad.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, it's great. It's fantastic. That's what I want it to be.
Cool, dude.
I'm really enjoying this. Also, I'm really sorry about hoping that someone breaks into your house and strangles you tonight. I apologize for that.
It's fine. No one will. And here's the reason why. I can handle whatever you throw my way here in this role play. You see, Mike, I was a brown belt in karate. I took karate for 6+ years. That means my body, my hands, my mind is a fucking weapon. And I could hurt anybody if I choose to do so. I have an old fork I've been trying to sharpen into a shank here at home. There's no reason why. It's just I like to be dangerous, and I make sure I stay that way. So if someone can go ahead and fucking try to break into my home and strangle me, they're going to be the one leaving my home in a fucking body bag. Or I'll just kind of be like, you should leave, and then I'll hurt them if they don't.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a kinder way to look at it. So anyway, throw something my way. I'm gonna fuck somebody up.
Okay, here we go. And God, you're a fucking idiot, motherfucker.
Yeah, I know.
All right, here we go. And this wedding's a shame. I hate it. I'm a British guy and I hate this wedding. Oh, I'm punching everyone with my fist.
Freeze frame.
Okay. What?
I see what's going on. I see the Irish British guy who's just doing a terrible accent.
What are you talking about? It's my voice.
Honestly, if he was doing a better accent, everybody would respect it and I wouldn't have to handle it. But I glance at Mike. He glances at Mal. Mal's starting to look afraid. So Mike looks at me. Everything's on me. I'm the one that has to save this moment, to save this wedding, and to save, in turn, Mike's marriage. So I nod to him, a slow nod, but he knows what's about to happen. And I sprint off in the direction of the Irish-British guy. I chop him right in the neck with a karate chop. I let out a Kigo as I do it, and he falls to the floor, grasping at his throat. He's not physically severely hurt. He's just he lost the wind out of himself. I drag him out, and then I give him a stern talking to outside about him, maybe correcting his ways. Like, I don't think you should ever assume people are kind of bad, and sometimes people are just having a bad time. So you try to talk him through it, and I just make sure he leaves. And then I come back in, everybody cheers. But I think they're cheering for me. They're actually cheering because you and Mal kiss, and I saved it and made sure that moment happened. So they're kind of cheering for me too.
That's fantastic.
Thanks, dude.
That was very good. I appreciated that. I appreciate you doing what you needed to do, but also knowing that this day is not about you. It's about my sweet old lady.
Yeah, of course, dude.
I appreciate that.
It's about you and your lovely and very funny wife.
Thank you.
Future wife.
So much. Future wife.
Yeah,
Future wife. We haven't, who knows if this is even going to last? You ever think about that? You ever think about whether or not we might just break up one day?
You and Mal? No, anybody who I meet in a relationship, I just assume they will always stay in that relationship.
Yeah, me too, honestly.
Yeah, it's why I've been heartbroken every time my friends have split up. And it's really starting to take a toll on my mental health.
I really get it, man. Well, you really seemed on the up and up on this podcast.
Yeah, so with that said, you and Mal really better stay together, because if you guys split, my world's going to come crumbling.
I know. That's what everyone says.
Yeah.
It's a lot of pressure for old Mikey O.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And
what?
Yeah. No, go ahead.
Anyway, you've been fantastic. We really appreciate you having you on. Technical snafus aside, this has been great. Cool. We've come to our last question, but before that, we have two of our famous segments. These segments we have to do every week. They're fantastic. Everyone loves these segments. People comment on them. People say things about them. They love them.
Cool.
So here we are for this week's ASMR Minute. All right, welcome to the ASMR Minute. We're all talking like this, Chad. If you'd like to join me down here in this register.
Do I have to?
Yes, it's the ASMR Minute, you dumb motherfucker.
I just don't like...
Do you want to just make some noise into your microphone?
We can just make noise in the microphone? Okay, hang on. Here's ASMR for you. One sec. I got a minute for this, right? Hang on. Okay.
Oh, no, don't eat any goldfish, you piece of shit.
No, I'm not going to eat goldfish. Don't worry. I got to load up my bowl real quick. I got to take a hit.
Okay, cool.
Into the microphone, which is just my iPhone. Okay, hang on. Crap, I got to put a little bit more into it. I'm running a little low.
If any future employers of either of us are listening.
It doesn't matter. I don't see why I'll ever quit my job right now, which is stupid because I'm short-sighted and I'm young, and I probably will get fired tomorrow. But anyways, one of my bosses intimated to me that they were going to a wedding, they themselves, in a few weeks, and we're going to smoke a little kush anyway. So ASMR minute, here we go. Hang on.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Hang on.
Chad just lit his hair on fire like Michael Jackson in that Pepsi commercial. Also.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. Hang on. Oh, that's a big joke. Here's some fucking ASMR for you. Out there in Radio Land. Let me take another. Oh, crap. I got some ash on that one.
This is obviously not real. This isn't real.
No, it's very real, my man.
It's not real.
It's just I'm a cartoon of a person.
Faking. Chad, everyone's going to think you're so cool for smoking weed on a podcast.
Cool,
but you're
dude.
not even smoking it. Everyone knows you're not. Everyone knows you didn't do that, but I appreciate the effort. That was this week's ASMR Minute, presented by...
Oh, man.
Nothing.
Presented by my dealer.
Not real. Again, not real. Please don't take us to court. Thank you.
Yeah. Sorry, that wasn't real.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that loud is hitting. What's up? What's the next segment?
Next segment, of course, is our Bane impression. This is honestly the most Aaron's ever laughed at this fucking show, and I really appreciate it.
Fuck yeah.
You're not here to see it because you'd really be getting your rocks off, but you just have to take.
Good.
Here's the Bane impression of the week. Here we go.
Okay,
Chad,
go ahead.
shut up. I'm doing the Bane impression of the week. It's a very important segment to the show.
Cool.
Here we go. Bane impression of the week.
Okay, here we go.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Bane, and I was just wondering, I just had a quick question. Where my Baniacs at? Sure. Come on, get out of here. All right, I'm Bane. See you later.
Nice one, dude.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, you got him.
Chad just breathed in so much asbestos.
Yeah, no, sorry. I had to Skype in because I'm coal mining right now.
Chad's biological mother is a canary, so he works for the coal mining companies to go down in there first and see if they're good to go. Chad, one more thing I need to ask from you. This is a very popular thing. We need to make you. We need to see what you got. We need to see if you can get heartfelt, or if you're gonna get roasty, or if you're gonna get both. Chad, it's time for you to give my best man speech. Of course, we're gonna welcome in Greg, our Foley artist. He's the best Foley artist in the business. Greg. Hey, Greg, what's up? You guys don't usually talk to me. Psych, shut up, motherfucker. Just do the thing you do. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna make the sound.
I'm not in the studio, but I gotta assume that wasn't real. What Mike just did there. I gotta assume
that was real.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're gonna have Greg.
Not when I was token though.
No, that was not real. Greg, real.
We edited that in post.
Yeah. We did. Okay, so we're gonna make the sound, and then I would like for you to give my best man speech. All right, here we go.
Here we go. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so hey, what's up, folks? It's me, Chad. I'm giving the best man speech. First off, give it up for yourselves for coming out tonight. Really means a lot to the happy couple, and me as your host, or best man. I mean, sorry. Anyways, seems kind of weird. Mike would ask me, a child, to do the toast here. I'm pretty sure he's about 10 years older than me. He probably doesn't want me to say that, because it's weird. It makes people uncomfortable when they know how much older than I am than them, which is kind of stupid because I'm definitely going to die before them. And I just say that because if I outlive it, that's pretty cool, because then I get to be like, I lived, longer than I thought I would. And then if I don't, it's like, oh, he's a genius. He called it. But anyways, that's a little bit how I live my life. You're not here to hear that. You're here to hear me talk about Old double M over there, the old green M&M as we call them, because they're the hottest, because it's the hottest one, and they're the hottest. So,
God, so horny.
Mike and Mal. Mike and Mal. Who hasn't imagined them doing it, right, folks? Anyways, I probably shouldn't say that. I've never seen a best man speech, I think. Or I have, and I just wasn't paying attention. I'm usually not paying attention. I'm really not paying attention right now. What am I supposed to say, Mike? Okay. Anyways, Mike's a very super kind and very cool man. He's mean to me online, but it's pretty funny. And then in person, he's very kind to me. And he's a very, very funny dude and a very cool person. And I really hope he's happy in what he does. And hope he, I'm sure this will be a good choice for him. And then, they'll kind of complete each other's lives, and they'll get to live a full life while also, working on following their own dreams. And it's pretty cool seeing two people come together to do that. And I think it's really beautiful. And with that said, will somebody jerk me off in the bathroom? Thanks.
Fantastic. Great work, Chad. That was great.
Hell yeah.
That was good.
I stood up too for that. I'm going to treat myself to a fucking goldfish, dude.
Oh yeah. Man. Shut down and swallow that immediately. Chadwick.
Oh yeah.
It is now, the time has come for me to make my decision of whether or not you will be allowed in the sacred ranks of the Bologna Boys.
Tight.
It's time. The time has come. This verdict weighs heavy on my head, as most verdicts do. I appreciate you coming on the show. I thought you did a fantastic job. This is a lovely conversation that we've had. You were very funny. You were very open. You were very honest. You told us your father's first name. I appreciate that. I believe that is either a first or a seventh for the show. It's either done never before or 6 other times. I can't remember. Regardless.
Well, I mean, you know his last name too. It's my last name.
Yeah, it's Bob Weaver. I love it.
Yeah.
Robert Weaver.
Yeah.
That's a good,
he likes Bob though.
That's a solid dad name.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway,
he's a solid man.
In the case of Bologna Boys versus Weaver, C, I rule that you will not be in the Bologna Boys. I can't have 23-year-old little horny whippersnappers coming hanging out with me. I don't like it. You're all look at me get a boner for 8 hours and not have it be an issue. Terrible. But I would. I do appreciate your friendship, though.
I mean, I've had those issues, those erection issues too, man.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. It's just a natural thing.
It is. But you did a great job. But you're not in the group.
Even after I consoled you in regards to ED right there, dude.
No, I don't have ED. What are you talking about?
Oh, Christ.
I was doing a little impression. I was doing an impression of you.
Oh, no. Yeah. I have erectile dysfunction? Oh, no.
No, I was saying you get too many boners.
Oh, Jesus, dude. I gotta call a doctor,
boners.
Mike, I got to call a doctor. This podcast has been fun, but I got to go. I got to call a doctor, dude. My dick don't work.
Chad, before you go, though, please plug your social medias and any shows you got coming up.
At Weaver Chad. It doesn't matter. Okay. I've been trying to get offline, but say, I'm trying to have fun in the outer net more.
Good call.
But go to my Instagram at weaver.chad, and there's a link in my bio to sign up to my email newsletter, which is the thing I write that I try to do a good job with that.
Okay. Will you tell everybody in your email newsletter about this podcast?
Oh, of course, dude. I tell them pretty much about everything. It's an excuse for having a friend, or not having a friend, I guess. Who cares?
Anyway, thank you so much. Go talk to that doctor about your broken ass dick.
Yeah, no, I will do. But can I also just say, Mike, thanks for coming on my podcast. Chad Weaver does your podcast. I take the audio from any podcast I'm on, and I put it onto an RSS feed I've made, and I call it my podcast. So thanks for being. Yeah, dude. Thanks for being.
I didn't realize. I listen. I love this. It's my favorite podcast. I didn't even realize I was on it.
Thanks, dude. Anything to plug, and also, even though I didn't make it into your Bologna Boys best man thing, which I kind of tried to play off with the ED thing because it did hurt a lot, accepting me into your groomsmen. But I at least get an invite to the wedding because that would be super tight.
Yeah, you're in. You're definitely in.
Hell, okay, I'll take it, dude. Don't matter no more. Hell yeah.
For sure. I'm on all the social medias at the Mike O'Keefe. Multiple Idiots is on all the social medias at Multiple Idiots. And this weekend, I'll be in Hamtramck, Michigan at the Independent Comedy Club on February 9th. That's a Saturday. Would love to see you out there. Thank you so much.
Oh, that was cool.
Thanks, man. Also, do you have anything you want to plug? Just Weaver Chad. Sign up for the email list. It's very funny.
Weaver Chad, Chicago Underground Comedy on Tuesdays would be a kitchen.
Chuck's the best.
Thanks.
Co-produced with friends of the show, Steph Weber and Meredith Catchell.
Yeah, and Nikki Martine.
And Nikki Martine, a low-key sports gambling addict. Love it.
Wait, really?
No, I'm joking.
Oh, fuck.
That'd be hilarious if he was, though, right?
Yeah, I know. No, I was like, I should talk to Nikki about that. I'd like to also become a gambling addict.
Gambling addicts in training, find Nikki Martin online. At
Piss Mistress.
At Piss Mistress. Yeah,
he got kicked off Twitter, though. At this point, we're so inside.
Yeah, it really is. Anyway, Chad, thanks for being here. Love you, buddy.
Thanks, dude. Love you, man. Thanks for letting me not come in.
Yeah, no problem. All right. For us, this is episode 19. Thank you guys so much for being with us. We'll see you next week. Till death do us fart.
Wow, that's your outro?